Let us discuss today's news. The first news today from Chhattisgarh. 30 Maoists shot dead in Bastar encounters. At least 30 alleged Maoists were killed in two operations in Bastar region of Chhattisgarh on March 19th. 26 of them were gunned down along with the Bijapur-Dantewada boundary in the South Bastar. A Jawan of the Bijapur District Reserve Guard, a locally raised force to combat Naxalism, lost his life. The police said a joint team of security personnel had gone out on combing operations in Gangalore police station area. The exchange of fire started around 7 a.m. and continued till the afternoon on March 19th. In a search, 26 dead bodies along with a large quantity of arms and ammunition were recovered. In another encounter along the Kanker-Narayanpur boundary of North Bastar, a joint party of DRG and Border Security Force exchanged fights with Maoists, and there 4 Maoists got killed. So if you observe, there is an encounter yesterday in South Bastar area and also in North Bastar area. The combined figure of the two encounters pushed the overall number of Naxalites killed in Chhattisgarh this year, only this year from January 1st, beyond 100, signaling a further intensification of the anti-Maoist campaign. You all know that Government of India launched Operation Kagar to counter Naxalism, that is Maoism, from India, particularly in the Chhattisgarh region. And they have targeted by next year, March 31st, 2026, they are going to end entire Naxalism. So they have taken stringent measures against that. If you observe, this year itself in Chhattisgarh, more than 100 Naxalites were killed. So there was an encounter yesterday also. That's a big news coming up from Bastar region in Chhattisgarh. Coming back, America to deport Indian scholar over Hamas propaganda. See, last week also, we read a news. Ranjani Srinivasan, a woman, she made herself self-deported because she was expelled from the university and her visa was cancelled. Her visa was denied as she was supporting Palestinian cause. Now, an Indian man pursuing postdoctoral research in the America is facing deportation after the authorities said that he has spreading Hamas propaganda and had ties with a suspected terrorist of the group. He was detained outside his home in Virginia. Badr Khan Suri, his name is Badr Khan Suri, had done his master's and PhD from Jamia Millia Islamia and had been living in Delhi for close to 2 decades before moving to the America. And now he was being deported back as he is supporting Hamas and he is doing Hamas propaganda. This is a news that is coming up from America, and there's a big discussion that is going on. There's a very big discussion that is going on about these deportations by America. Dr. Suri, who is being deported by America, he is from Uttar Pradesh and his age is around 41 years. He is pursuing postdoctoral fellowship and he is eligible that he is pursuing postdoctoral fellowship. So now he is being deported on the allegation that he is supporting Hamas. He is doing Hamas propaganda in America. A news from Telangana government. The number of posts filled by the Revant Reddy government will soon touch the 1 lakh mark with the government's efforts to recruit candidates selected from Group 1, Group 2 and Group 3 posts. Of the 58,868 posts filled by the government under the leadership of Mr. Revant Reddy, 15,526 posts were filled in the Home Department. The Education Department saw the recruitment of 10,209 posts, while the Medical and Health Department received 7,517 posts, and the BC Welfare Department got 5,578 posts. The government has recently sanctioned 30,228 new posts in various departments. Additionally, the government will issue a notification to appoint 14,236 teachers and helper posts in Anganwadis, along with 10,954 village level officers to strengthen the revenue system. So, the present Revant Reddy government in Telangana is going to reach 1 lakh mark with respect to recruitment. This is being reported in Hindu paper on March 20th. Coming back, very bad news again. Actors, social media influencers booked for promoting illegal betting apps. A total of 25 celebrities and social media influencers were booked by the Hyderabad police for allegedly promoting illegal betting and gambling apps, leading to financial distress among the public. As per the FIR copy, the Hindu newspaper reported that actors Rana Daggubati, Prakash Raj, Vijay Deverakonda, Manchu Lakshmi, Pranitha, Nidhi Agarwal were among those named for endorsing these platforms through pop-up ads and social media posts. Influencers including Harsha Sai, so there's a big list. All these people are being booked under, FIR was filed against them. The case was registered under sections 318 clause 4 and 112 read with section 49 of Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita. So 318 clause 4 and section 112 read with section 49 of BNS, and also the case was booked along with BNS, Telangana Gaming Act and IT Act also. Telangana Gaming Act and Information Technology Act also. So this is a bad news that is coming up. This should not have happened. When celebrities and influencers endorse certain things, they should have thought of, given a proper thought of what they are doing, rather than promoting this type of things. In the month of May, Telangana is going to host 72nd Miss World Peasant, Beauty Peasant in Hyderabad. May 10th, the opening ceremony, and there's a plethora of events from May 10th to May 17th, even May 20th and 21st. And state government is going to contribute 27 crore for Miss World event in Telangana. Telangana is set to become the global stage for beauty and culture as it prepares to host the 72nd edition of Miss World Beauty Peasant between May 7th and May 31st. The event will see contestants from 140 countries competing for prestigious title, marking a significant moment for the state, which aims to showcase its rich cultural heritage and global ambitions. The total expenditure for the event is around 54 crores, with costs being equally shared between Telangana government and Miss World Limited. Telangana's 27 crore contribution will primarily come up from sponsorships, Tourism Minister said. This is a story. In Hindu paper, there's a very nice editorial with respect to Election Commission of India. The Election Commission of India is now considering to release booth-wise voter turnout. It is a welcoming step. It's a welcoming step. Last year, when the same question was asked to the Election Commission, it said it could not disclose the information that was given to every person in India with Form 17C. Under Form 17C, booth-wise voter turnout will be given. The information will be given to the contestant or the agent, not to everyone. But now, there is a chance that Election Commission might take a positive step with respect to this. The Election Commission of India seems to have softened its stand about disclosing absolute numbers of booth-wise voters cast in elections. Last year, when the question arose in the midst of the multi-phase general election, the Election Commission of India took the position that it has no legal mandate to disclose details of the Form 17C. But now, Election Commission of India under the Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar is now considering that booth-wise voter turnout can be disclosed, and it is going to listen to the plea filed by Advocate of Mahua Maitra and also Association for Democratic Reforms. So this is the news that is coming up. It's a positive step towards more transparency, accountability and trustworthiness with respect to democratic process. Transparency, trustworthiness with respect to democratic process. The next important news, should immigrants have the same right to protest as citizens? Hindu paper opinion page. Should immigrants have the same right to protest as citizens? As we are observing, Ranjini Srinivasan, an Indian doctoral student in the Columbia University, she left the US on March 11th following the revocation of her student visa. And today we are reading in the Hindu newspaper that an Indian man was being deported from America as he is supporting Hamas protests. So, should immigrants have the right to protest as citizens? If you go to the foreign country, do you have the right to protest? Or if any foreigner comes to India, do they have right to protest? Article 19 of International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights enshrines freedom of expression as a fundamental human right. extending to both citizens and immigrants. In the similar format, Article 19 Clause 2 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights specifically says that the right to seek, receive and disseminate information across borders through various media. So, however, the state can impose certain restrictions under Article 19 Clause 3 in view of national security. So, if the state says you should not promote such propaganda, you have to stop according to Article 19 Clause 3. But Article 19 Clause 1, Clause 2 of International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights says that even the immigrants have the right to express their opinions. Even the immigrants have the right to express their opinions. The Immigration and Nationality Act 1952 of America authorizes the denial of entry and deportation of non-citizens who endorse terrorist and other causes. According to America's Immigration and Nationality Act 1952, they can deny entry and deportation of the non-citizens who endorse or support terrorist activities or organizations. This is a thing. Now we can understand. So America have every right to send them back. If America feels that they are the threat to America's security or they are supporting terrorism and terrorist organizations, the country have every right to deport the people according to Immigration and Nationality Act 1952 of America. According to Immigration and Nationality Act 1952 of America. This is an important news that is coming up. We need to focus and follow that. Today is March 21st. Today is World Forest Day. World Forest Day, also known as International Day of Forests, is celebrated on 21st March every year to raise awareness about the importance of forests in our lives. On this day, we highlight the need for sustainable management and conservation of forests, which provide numerous environmental, economic and social benefits. On March 21st, 2025, World Forest Day, they will focus on the theme Forest and Food. This is our theme. And particularly climate regulation, biodiversity preservation, sustainable resources and water regulation. These are the important things which you need to take care of to protect the forest. Climate regulation, biodiversity preservation, sustainable resources and water regulation. Coming to the most important news, World Happiness Report 2025. World Happiness Report 2025. Out of 147 countries, India's ranking is 118. We are not that happy. Out of 147 countries, India's ranking is 118. The World Happiness Report, which was published by UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network and Wellbeing Research Center from University of Oxford, they said that Finland is the most happiest country. Finland is the most happiest country from the last 8 years, followed by Denmark and Iceland. Finland is the most happiest country in the world, followed by Denmark and Iceland. Coming back, there are 6 parameters that are considered while preparing happiness report. Social support, GDP per capita, healthy life expectancy, freedoms, generosity and perception of corruption. Social support, GDP per capita, healthy life expectancy, freedoms, generosity and perception of corruption. So these are the 6 parameters. And coming back, in social support, India ranks high, but with respect to other things, India's rank is not that fine. Coming back, if you observe, Afghanistan, even Iran, in these countries, happiness index, if you observe, they are in the lower ranks. And among our neighbors, India's neighboring countries, Sri Lanka was ranked at 133, Bangladesh 134, Pakistan 109, Nepal 92, China 68, and India's rank is 118. This is a very important news for Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh State Assembly passed a resolution to include Bakaram in SC, scheduled caste. The AP State Assembly has unanimously passed a resolution to request the Union Government to include the Bakaram in the scheduled caste. The Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu introduced a resolution requesting the Assembly to pass a proposal to include the Bakaram in the SC caste, since they had been facing problems since independence. And the Bakaram people are known as wandering monks and gurus devoted to Shiva. When a Jangam monk arrives at a village, he is treated as though he were Lord Shiva. He is treated as though he was Lord Shiva. The main language of Bakaram is Telugu. They live through the southern and central India. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to visit Sri Lanka from April 4th to April 6th after attending BIMSTEC, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation Summit in Thailand, Bangkok. This will be his 4th trip to Sri Lanka from the last 10 years and potentially his longest. 3 days he never stayed in Sri Lanka. This is the first time. In the past, Modi ji have transited through Sri Lanka for short 1 day or at most 2 days visit in 2015, 17 and 19. This time, he is set to visit for 3 days with potential meetings to be held at Colombo. People familiar with him and sources are telling that he is going to stay for 3 days. The Indian Prime Minister was invited to visit Sri Lanka by Sri Lankan President Anurakumara Dissanayake. Now, Indian Prime Minister in April will inaugurate a solar power plant in Sri Lanka's Trincomalee district, which will indicate Sri Lanka's intent to remain open for business from India. And coming back, there are many issues with respect to India-Sri Lanka relations. We expect that most of these issues will be solved very soon by the time Modi ji visit there.
కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ప్రత్యేకంగా సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ఏ ఆప్షన్ చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి, ప్రిపరేషన్ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి, ఏ బుక్స్ రిఫర్ చేయాలి, ఇలాంటి డౌట్స్ ఉంటే CSBIS అకాడమీని కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. దీనికి సంబంధించి నా పర్సనల్ అపాయింట్మెంట్ ఈ వీడియో పైన డిస్ప్లే అవుతున్న కాంటాక్ట్ నెంబర్కి ఫోన్ చేసి తీసుకోవచ్చు.